Alrighty.
All right.
I also read, I think, about 25 chapters of Fire Punch.
Fuck yeah.
25 chapters.
So
How
about
far is that?
about what?
Two or three volumes?
A third? Yeah, about 2 or 3 volumes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so about
yeah.
a third of
About a
it.
third of it.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, good. Obviously. I mean, it's
Yeah.
good. Like, it's good. Yeah, what's his name again? The guy who...
Tatsuki Fujimoto?
Tatsuki Fujimoto. The one thing that's very apparent about this man is he is obsessed with movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're reading this thing. So Fire Punch. There are going to be a lot of spoilers now, obviously.
Yeah.
For the first at least 25. Because I do want to finish this.
Yeah.
You have this, like, really almost traditional anime revenge story with this guy, and the premise is so cool.
Oh, it's one of the coolest premises.
A guy who is in a cold world that has been frozen for some reason. We're not revealed to yet why.
Yeah.
And he gets burnt to a crisp by this guy with like immortal flame that can't be put out, but he can't stop regenerating.
Yeah.
And he killed his sister, and now he's seeking revenge. And he's good about revenge, and everything's pretty normal. Obviously, there's some edge to it. Like they find people who are gifted or have abilities, and they kind of use them as like slaves.
Yeah.
In some capacities, like if one character has electrical abilities, and they like chop off their legs and arms and turn them into like a human battery.
Yeah.
And it's like horrific and cool and like really edgy, like super edgy. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
And then there's just like one moment that something happens, and I'm like, what? Where you're kind of watching it, and there's something going on, and then this woman turns up. She's like, I'm gonna be the director. You're like, what? And then it suddenly just turns into the rest of the thing after this is literally just about her filming him.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's-
Oh, yeah.
And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
what the fuck is this now about?
Yeah.
Because it suddenly turns into like a revenge arc, which it still kind of is about.
Yeah.
But everything shifts because for the next like 15 chapters, it's literally just her being like, I will now direct you to get revenge. And it kind of gets all really goofy.
It doesn't
It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
It kind of
Yeah.
becomes super goofy.
That's the Fujimoto trap. Is
Yeah.
that he sets you up with a really serious premise and then just does a bunch of goofy shit. all
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, it was kind of, I won't lie, like, because with, what was the other one that I read?
Goodbye, Eri.
Goodbye, Goodbye, Eri,
Goodbye,
which
Eri.
I loved and I finished, and I feel like it worked there.
Yeah.
This time, I don't know if I haven't finished it, so I don't know if it worked, but I definitely thought it was a lot more jarring this time around.
Fire Punch is definitely way weirder.
And I
It
was
gets even weirder.
and I imagine it does, and maybe that's the charm. That's probably the charm of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, this is such a cool premise. Why? Oh,
No, because so I think Fire Punch is his first like published work.
Yeah.
Might be wrong, but it's definitely I think his first serialized work
Yep.
that went on for a while. And you can definitely see that Fire Punch has so many raw and cool ideas,
Yeah.
and then he will just throw you a curveball, and it just like about the halfway point, it'll continue to get weirder and
believe that. I
weirder
believe
and
that. I
weirder
believe that.
to the point where I'm like, this is just Shonen Evangelion. I don't get this ending.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What would you give it out of 10? Because you guys both finished it, right? Just so I'm curious. So I can get a feel for how you guys feel about the show.
Like a 7.5.
I'd give it 7.5 as well.
Yeah.
So the ideas are cooler than the
Some of the execution is
Yeah.
very
Execution
weird.
is weird.
That's
Yeah.
the vibe I was getting a lot.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I won't lie. At least for the 15 chapters that this girl was with us, I did not like her.
Yeah.
I was like, God, she's so annoying.
All I remember, it's been a while since I've read it, but all I remember is that the last volume, almost every single page, I was like, what the fuck is what?
So it's a what the fuck? It's a,
Oh, it's
it's-
so
it is-
what
Wait,
the
you
fuck?
didn't get that from the first 15 chapters or so?
no, it was pretty normal.
Oh yeah, like did you get to it starts off with the fucking sister being like,
Yeah,
yo,
that was okay. That was a moment where I was like,
I like how you were just like, I'm just going to ignore that.
Say less.
Say less. Incest.
listen, I am an anime viewer. I am used to just shoehorned incest. I don't bat an eye. Actually, I think I did react. Actually, I think,
do you? Yeah, I need to see.
I can probably.
Yeah.
I think what was it, like 15 minutes in, probably.
Yeah,
no, it's really early on.
It's
It's-
weird.
it's
It's chapter
real-
1. It's like
yeah,
chapter 1.
really.
Right before she like dies.
yeah.
Yeah, this part.
Actually, this one? Oh. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is it.
What? I had to go back. I was like, wait, what?
What?
You want to make a baby? Oh. I did not bat an eye.
He was locked in with that one.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, I was like when I was recording this, I was like very focused on like just reading. I was like, you know what? I'll react when there's some moments to talk about.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? But I love the idea of like, okay, because like, no, you got. I like the idea that they were like, okay, this world's so frigid and cold, like there's no food. People who can regenerate, we're literally cannibalizing them. Like I thought that was like such a cool like. And so, like a lot of the ideas are already out there, and like you said, you don't really see a lot of this stuff often.
Yeah.
And I really liked how everyone in this fucking weird city was fucked up and deranged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't they be? They've had to, survive. And like a lot of the ideas are really, really cool. And then it was just weird.
It's just weird.
So weird.
It just gets weirder and weirder.
There are two moments that hit me early on, like the fucking warning signs on like sometimes Fujimoto just throws in weird shit. One thing was like obviously they just hit you on the head with just like, oh, incest right away.
Yeah, that was weird. That was so weird.
That was weird. Then there's a guy who's like, please fuck my dog.
Yes, I was also confused by that.
I remember that. Wow, I erased that from my memory,
I
bro.
was glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, I was very glad as well, but it was just so weird the way he was presented. He was just like, because I knew he was going somewhere, because clearly the guy was like deranged in some way.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay. I know this guy is not mentally well, but I don't know where this is going to go. Maybe he's going to be like, try to do something bad to the children, or maybe he's going to go torture them or something. What I wasn't expecting was, please fuck my dog. And I believe he was like, let me film it or something, or let me watch, or something like that.
Yeah, it was something. His justification obviously was not very scientific. I'll say that. The other thing that I actually thought was well done, and I thought was really cool, was that obviously, this character that is the director is kind of a third party in all of this.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, well, they're like, I don't really fucking agree with anything that anyone's doing. And there's people that are following her. And then they're like, oh, why are you following her? And they're like, well, we're gay. We're not allowed in the capital city in the area. And I was like, you know what? I'll give credit where credit's due. It's so rare that I feel that in anime or manga that there's any kind of tasteful use of gay characters in a way that I feel like is a fair representation of struggles. Because in anime, it's either fucking yaoi or they don't exist. So I was like,
I would actually say that continues with
the show.
With other people as well, where there's I'm not going to spoil, but there's a character who reveals something about themselves. I'm like, wow, I've never actually seen this in manga done before.
Yeah, because I feel like it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of the like understanding of how especially in Japan. How to navigate around that. And I thought it was really well done. And I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's so rare you ever see anything like that.
It just treats it like it's I don't know, it just feels normal, which is how it should be.
Yeah, they don't make it weird.
Yeah, they don't make it weird.
And I'm even trying to praise it without making it sound like, wow, good job. You included gay people in the story in a tasteful manner. Because it's like, it's so like, I shouldn't have to do that, but I was like, in anime and manga, it is so rare. And I do like it when it's done as any other character would be written.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just rare,
Yeah.
Not trying to be like, man, I fucking these woke shit.
Are you telling me that Fire Punch is woke? Are you telling me that Fire Punch is woke on
in my manga?
I just wish people would get over themselves and stop pretending like gay people don't exist. It's insane. I can't believe people are like, no, gay people don't exist in Japan. It's like, oh, bro, come to Japan, please.
Yeah,
Guys,
they definitely.
It's like one of the most flamboyant and openly camped countries. Yet it doesn't really know how to handle openly talking about gay topics. And it's really cool when we get it in a fucking manga that is like, hey, I fucking know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was cool. Just so weird. And I have to finish it to
It is one of the more weirder manga I've read.
Yeah, because actually the premise alone was what got, like, I read this in about 2 days because I was like addicted, because I was like, the premise is so fucking cool.
Agreed.
And just, I love the fights in this as well. The fights in this are metal as fuck. I don't know if did you get to see any fights or anything like that?
He just kind of stomped everyone so far.
Yeah.
Except
kind of like halfway, right?
The director also, the director of the movie, I don't know her name. I feel bad I didn't remember. She just stomped everyone as well that she comes across. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like ripping out spines. Like, oh, okay. But there were some really smart uses as well that I really appreciated. That, okay, if he's going down this, we're making a movie route, there are parts where he was like, the director's like, okay, cut. and then you wouldn't see what happened. And it
Yeah.
would actually cut to the next time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's really interesting.
There's a one cut where they say cut, and then you cut to like
All the
everyone
dead
being
bodies.
like,
Yeah.
all the dead bodies.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I was like, is he implying that the entire thing is like a movie or what's going on here?
Yeah.
It's some metaphoric. But then again, with him, I feel like he's never implying anything. There's like 19 different ideas and things that he wants to express, and he doesn't know which one to go for.
Yeah.
What's funny is that reading this, you're like, wow, they really fucking tamed this guy down for Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah.
no, they did.
They made him lock in
Yeah.
and like
yeah,
be more cohesive.
Chainsaw Man is like normal compared to Fire Punch.
And it's almost why I feel like reading it, I was like, man, this would, if Chainsaw Man was hard to adapt and didn't like get the praise or the sales that it needed, I was like, Fire Punch.
Yeah.
I just don't think it would be hard to find an audience.
Fire Punch, you can just see how raw. Like I feel like how raw his talent was, but just
Yeah.
because you just get the feeling that Tatsuki Fujimoto
It's experimental.
he's very experimental, and just like he was like Chainsaw Man is what I feel where you get that like raw weird energy, and like you
Focus it.
you focus it in a direction where it's still weird. But Fire Punch was just like
very scatterbrained.
you'll reach the halfway point and you're like, I do not know where this story is going right
Which
now.
normally-
this is weird.
Outside of Evangelion, it doesn't normally bode well for shows that have that.
Yeah.
There's just something about the way Fujimoto like manages to compile all of those like scatterbrained ideas together in such a way where it's like you'll never be able to guess that it ends in a particular like
Oh
the
yeah,
ending
for sure.
of Fire Punch.
I mean, I could fucking see any of the twists.
Yeah, there is not a single person on planet Earth who could probably predict what happens at the end of Fire Punch.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, what?
Well, I think
What?
because I imagine when you're writing a show, he probably thinks, what are the 5 next natural conclusions,
Yeah.
and then bans himself from using them.
Yeah.
Is what I feel like. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
probably.
the only way you can explain why he writes this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating.
I also think he's just a weird guy.
He's a very weird
If you
You
hear
have to
about
be, you have to be.
If you hear about any of the interviews he's done, it's just
Yeah, like the
wi-
premise of how
Yeah,
he
yeah.
came up with Chainsaw Man.
yeah, it's just like weird, but also you can see why he's a genius
Yeah.
because only geniuses think like this.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
A genius is an insane person with an audience.
Yeah,
I
as
like
they say.
that Japan is willing to give the reins to people who write bizarre things.
Yeah.
And I feel like obviously in the West right now, it's very hard because everything's very expensive to make.
Yeah.
And so I often feel we don't really get some of these more experimental stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so that's why it's almost really more fun reading and watching what's going on in Japan, just because I feel like there's so much more willing to experiment on weird shit.
Oh totally.
And you know, it was good. It was good. I just, it was jarring at times.
Yeah.
It's very jarring.
That's a normal reaction.
You know, it's like it's really cool. Just ignore the incest and ignore the dog fucking thing.
Yeah, like what is up with the incest? Like is that like a passion of his?
I don't know.
Like, cause I feel like I have to know. Like I have to know why he put that in there, because there was literally no need for that in that scene.
Do you think it might be like post-ironic?
It could be.
It could be. Knowing Fujimoto, he's probably like,
You like making fun of
I'm
other
gonna make
mangakas?
fun of all the other mangakas that
I
love
think-
putting
I think-
incest in.
That's the hope,
That's the hope.
but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think
in my head canon, that's why he did it.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because just finish it because
because Twitter will get angry.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
just not Twitter, nah. You know what? Just read the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then we can discuss.
Okay,
it.
okay. Because I
ending
thought
is
of it. I
wild.
thought of it as well. Like using. I think because the problem is we've also been so exposed to incest in anime that you can only look at it as this kind of like degenerate, gross thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Yeah.
But I do think in a world like, and the setting that it is in,
Yeah.
I could see why it could have been used for a very powerful story piece. Because they're in it. They are relying on each other. No. I do not like incest, right? I'm not a guy who gets pumped about it. Okay. Let me finish. Okay.
This is taking a turn.
How is this Connor and not me saying this?
No. Because after it happened, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's fucking weird as fuck. But at the same time, I guess if these two characters are the only fucking young people around and they are literally around each other their entire fucking life, they might not understand why this is bad or why they shouldn't do this.
This is what Fujimoto does to people, man.
No, but like I
I'm
think
glad this is coming out of Connor's mouth and not mine.
We unfortunately live in a world where incest happens a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have different motivations for why they do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, whether it be preserving a royal bloodline,
Yes.
or there is just no one else around. And I think there is a way that it can be used for storytelling.
Yeah.
I think it shouldn't be used in the sense of, wow, my half sister is so fucking cute. I want to fuck her.
What you're saying is in this particular setting where it's more of an apocalyptic setting. Where
It
there's
could
like-
be explained.
It could be explained.
And could be
Yeah.
used as a powerful
Yeah.
story tool.
Yes.
However, I don't think just turning around and going like, "Hey, have a baby with me, brother," which is also the wording.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that like I love you, I want to be embraced by you, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
I want
why-
a baby with you, brother.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
why I'm thinking it's like post-ironic.
maybe. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows?
Because
Whatever.
because it didn't lead to anything, right?
I hope for the best, expect for the worst.
Well, I did not have Connor defends incest in Fire Punch.
I did not.
That was
defend
not
it.
on my
I did not-
bingo
I
card.
did
That was
not
on my
defend
bingo
it.
card.
I did not defend it. I didn't think it. I just think there could have been a story tool.
This is what Fujimoto does to people.
No, I'm not defending it. Not defending it.
Connor's come over to the dark
No,
side.
crazy.
no, not defending it.
That's crazy, bro. God damn.
All right. Well, on that bombshell,
What did you have next?
I have Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
Did you like it? Jujutsu Kaisen season 2?
It's alright.
The first 3 episodes of season 2 are phenomenal.
I'm not. No, what I'm saying is it's better than season 1, 100%. But I just, yeah,
Okay. What episodes did you watch?
the first 3.
The first 3. So
Yeah.
did you see the Gojo arc?
The Gojo, yes, the Gojo.
So it was the
yeah.
Gojo
I don't
arc.
think I saw the end of it though, because I think that's episode 4.
Did he
right?
fly in the sky?
No, he
you
got
missed the fucking
no, he
best
got
part.
killed. Killed.
Oh, you missed the best part.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was an awesome fight though.
That was an
That
awesome
was an
fight.
awesome
To be
fight.
fair,
Yeah.
I will say the one thing I really appreciated about season 2 at least is that the cinematography is
Oh my god,
way
it's
better.
phenomenal.
The
Way
execution,
better than
the-
season 1.
The cinematography, especially in that first arc, is fucking. It's actually absolutely.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
and it's not even like just the fight scenes. It's like even the standard scenes where it's just like two characters
Yeah.
talking or like transitioning to a next scene is so much more interestingly done
Yeah.
It's
than
amazing.
season 1.
The use of music as well,
Oh my God,
I think
yeah.
was insane.
Yeah. Whoever decided free jazz for the soundtrack,
Yeah, exactly,
So-
right?
beautiful.
So how is it just Ike then? If you love the choreography,
Because
you
I
love
just
the
don't care
animation?
about the world. I really don't. It's just
He's-
another
he's
Did you
a
at least-
hater.
It's just another shonen anime.
I mean, I would say
The fight scenes were insane. I love that.
Yeah,
That's most of season 2.
Yeah.
So
That is
you'll
all of
probably
season
like
2.
season 2.
I might
I-
like
I-
season 2
There's
then.
like, there's like 12 episodes back to back that are different fights.
Oh, okay.
I think the big difference between the Shibuya arc and the Gojo flashback arc is that I think in what I've seen of Jujutsu Kaisen so far, I think the Gojo flashback arc is the best example of like good characters, interesting characters, and good storytelling.
Yeah.
Within that arc, within Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, I
is.
much prefer Gojo as a character than Itadori.
Yeah,
I think Itadori.
Everyone loves Gojo.
I think
I would
Itadori is
say
kind
that
of
as well.
boring,
I would,
to be honest.
He protagonist syndrome.
As a
Yeah.
protagonist, he's kind of boring.
yeah,
And I
would
think
s-
that's why I wasn't huge into season 1, because I was just like, I don't give a fuck about Itadori.
I mean,
really don't
you
care.
have to have,
I know I need to care because he's the
but
protagonist,
like no, but I mean, I agree in senses that I think that like you have to be extremely confident. I think as a storyteller to write a protagonist that's a little bit different.
yeah,
Like even like writing someone like Joseph Joestar
Yeah.
would be really hard to do. I think.
Oh, of course,
'Cause it's like
yeah.
how do you make an asshole likable?
yeah.
I don't know.
Like
I
it's
think
kind of tough. I think.
I think Denji, in terms of like shonen protagonists, is like one of the most interesting shonen protagonists out there. Which from Chainsaw Man,
Yeah.
yeah, because you can tell that he just doesn't care.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I like
But
Denji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's to me like really interesting as a shonen protagonist. Haven't gone so deep into Dandadan yet, so I'm not sure about that.
Oh, Dandadan's the same. Yeah.
yeah.
But
In
I
that
think that's
instance.
because this is like a lot more of the new waves of protagonist characters that we're getting. where
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like a lot
yeah.
of them are a lot more have more defining personality
Yeah.
traits.
Yeah.
And I think
Other
that's the
than-
problem where it's like Itadori just kind of fits that old formula.
I mean,
for
I think he
shonen protagonist.
definitely becomes a little bit more different
Yeah.
as the show goes on. But obviously, a lot of the times, the personality is lacking in the first season or two. with
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
mean,
shonen.
some things happened to him in the second season, and the problem was my big problem with the second season is that I didn't really care about Itadori before the second
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
So when shocking things were happening, I still didn't care, but it was
Right.
like not even shocking.
Which
to
is
me.
why already
Yeah.
just from the little I've seen of season 2 and just from looking at the Gojo flashback arc, I was like, oh, I get now why people love Gojo.
Yeah.
Because like,
Gojo's fucking sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he's so much more interesting
He
as a
is.
character.
He is a
and
very, very interesting
He's just
character.
more enjoyable to watch. You know, it's just like, why? This man should have been the protagonist.
Also,
Fuck
it's just hype
Itadori.
because you could just be like, Ryuk Tenki.
Yeah, when he does Ryoki Tenkai, I'm just like, say less, King. I'm sad.
It's just so fun.
So yeah, So in terms of like just like overall enjoyability of the first 3 episodes, definitely preferred it over season 1.
Yeah.
And I understand why a lot of people were hyped more for season 2 than season 1. But yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't watch episode 4 because it was like after I think episode 3
Yeah,
How can you stop on 3?
well, something shocking happens at the end,
Right.
I believe, right?
I
And
just-
that kind of like hit me out of nowhere.
I just didn't have the time. Sorry.
oh well.
because
I gave it the 3-episode rule though.
you're
Yeah.
gonna get to the meme frame with Gojo like
yeah. You're so close.
you're so
Gojo.
close to the
Right.
meme.
Gojo was like that.
I fucking love that frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the
Toji's one of the coolest characters as well. Sorry to interrupt.
Toji
you.
is cool.
Toji is cool.
Cinematography is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like seeing that first fight between Toji and Gojo
Mm.
and just seeing Gojo being humbled for the first ever time, you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this guy's
got
a
Fox.
this guy's a Chad.
Yeah.
This guy is a Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
And
guy's
He's
a
got
child.
no powers.
Yeah.
God, that fucking moment where you just like you see how much build up he has for this, like just to ambush one fucking overpowered person, and then you see Gojo just like his mind wanders for like a split second, and then Toji appears in frame.
Bam!
I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, I'm hard. I am hard right now.
It is like unequivocally hype, regardless
Yeah.
if you even give a fuck about the story.
Yeah.
the fight scenes are just
No,
fucking.
the
hype.
fight scenes were
That
phenomenal.
was actually one of my favorite fights in all of season 2.
Yeah, me too, me
Just seeing that unfold and seeing just him being like 5 steps ahead of Gojo.
Yeah.
Even though Gojo's so fucking overpowered,
Yeah.
even in his like,
Yeah.
I'd say base form.
base form.
His
Base
base
form
form.
Gojo.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
yeah.
quite Super Saiyan
He's,
Gojo
he's not
yet.
quite. Yeah, he's not quite. Yeah, he's not quite awakened yet.
Yeah.
But still, that was such a hype moment.
Yeah.
The question is, are you going to continue watching? Yeah. That's a no. That translates for you guys. That's a
Yeah,
no.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Alright.
good.
Well, guys, we tried. We
did try.
we got Arcane. We got Arcane this
Yeah.
time.
Hey,
I'll
we
watch-
gotta
yeah.
win. We gotta
We'll,
win.
we'll,
today.
we'll
We
take
gotta
we'll
win.
take the
Hey,
W.
take the W,
We'll take
alright?
the W.
Guns playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
Connor's in a fire punch.
I will try to finish it at some point, but I've been meaning to finish Slam Dunk for the longest time.